Let's check if we are live on Facebook now, as it says the webinar is being live streamed already. It's Wednesday webinars with Sir Irvin. Yes, that's right. We're live on Facebook now. Hello, everyone. It's Wednesday night once again. And what does this mean? It's time for us to talk about our target destinations. So earlier this year, January 1, we greeted everyone with a very good news. And what's the gift of 9.09er English to all of you guys? Free info session every Wednesday night, focusing on the different countries that require English examinations. 2 Wednesdays ago, we started with Canada, a popular choice among Filipinos. Last week, we talked about Australia, and this country is famous because it is known to provide high salary to its professionals and workers. But tonight, this is actually the dream destination for Filipino nurses and medical technologists. Why? Because of all the benefits that you'll be hearing from our partner later on. So for tonight, it's the United States of America that we're going to talk about. Next week, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Wednesday after that, we're going to focus on New Zealand. And lastly, Ireland on Feb 12. So if in case some of your friends have plans of going to these countries, they don't have to do their research anymore. All they have to do is to attend the Wednesday free info sessions of 9.09er English. And just before we started with our discussion, we actually got a good news from our guest because they are giving away prizes. So 3 lucky winners are going home with a cash prize later tonight. But before we go to that, let's first talk about the United States of America. Is USA for skilled workers? Not really. Because I've been in this industry since 2006. And if we do the math, 2025 minus 2006, I've spent 19 years in this industry, and I have never, for the life of me, encountered skilled workers applying for working visa to the United States of America. So, what are the usual visas that people use as point of entry to the United States? Well, there is immigrant visa, there is a student visa. But if we look at student visa as an option, arguably, United States of America universities and colleges are more expensive as compared to schools in UK, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. That's why not too many consider USA student visa. I'm just saying that there is an option for you to go to the United States if you are not a skilled worker or if your profession is not in the demand list, but student visa might be your only option left. But what about our dear healthcare professionals? Like we have reviewees who are physical therapists going to the United States, and they usually take TOEFL for that. But what about nurses and medical technologists? Guys, you have EB3 and H1B as an option. Maybe we can ask Sir Fred later to compare the two a bit and why EB3 is still the better choice, despite the recent visa bulletin announcement. Now, let's go to EB3 for nurses and medical technologists. The good thing with EB3 immigrant visa, it's employment based, which means to say you have a guaranteed employer and job offer before you leave the country. And then you get to bring your spouse, you get to bring your kids because you can migrate together as a family. Now, other countries only offer working visa, but you are not a green card holder, you are not a permanent resident yet. Or the other countries, like Canada, they are going to give you your permanent residency, but you are on your own to look for a job when you arrive there. That's not the case with the United States of America because you're given the best of both worlds, guaranteed employment and immigrant status at the same time. But definitely you need your English examinations for that for two reasons. One is visa screen and the other one is license endorsement. So for your visa screen, you get to see here, it could be any of the following: MET, PTE academic, IELTS academic, OET, TOEFL, or TOEIC. But don't think that for tonight we're going to focus on these examinations because English tests, to be honest, are just part of the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is the application process. We always start with NCLEX followed by your English examination and so on. That's why for tonight we have two guests. From this moment up to probably 6:30 p.m., we have Mr. Fred Sampang, the director for Visa Solutions Healthcare in the Philippines, to talk about their offers, the qualifications. And for nurses who do not have local experience yet, Visa Solutions Healthcare has a connection with the Metro Pacific Network. I think there are 13 hospitals in the Philippines where their partner agency, ABA Personal Services, can endorse you to work for these hospitals while waiting for your US visa application. And later, from 6:30 to 6:50 p.m., we'll ask my dear friend and my business partner, Miss Rachel Olivar of iPass Processing, to talk about NCLEX. And just in case you did not know, NCLEX result can actually be used for three countries. There's United States, there's Canada, and Australia. What I'm going to do for now is to stop sharing so that Sir Fred can present. And then I'm going to share the link to various group chats to encourage more people to attend our webinar for tonight. Sir Fred, it's your turn.
Can you hear me? Hello,
Loud and
everyone.
clear.
Thank you, Irvin. Again, Happy New Year to everyone, and thank you to 9.09er and iPass Processing for always guesting Visa Solutions Healthcare in your webinars. And we are very grateful for this partnership. And again, hello everyone. Just wanted to ask, can you see my screen? Yes. Okay. I am also connected in the Facebook Live, so I can see there as well. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Happy New Year, happy 2025. And from Visa Solutions Healthcare, we want to give this information so that we can start the year right? So let's take your career to the next level. Where else? Into the United States. Okay. So if you have any questions, number one, please feel free to chat them here in Zoom and in Facebook so that we can answer them later on. And just wanted to say also, wanted to ask with our viewers where you are from. Are you all from the Philippines? Are you listening from abroad? Please chat wherever you are. Just also I could know if you are still with me, okay? And then, just like what Irvin mentioned, so at the end of this session, okay, Visa Solutions Healthcare would like to announce or that there would be 3 lucky winners of 500 peso GCash each. Okay, so later you will know how that goes. Okay, so hello from Cavite, there's from Batangas, there's from Bataan. Oh, there's also nurses from Singapore. Shara, hello. Thank you very much for joining our webinar this afternoon. Okay, Saudi Arabia, see, they're all over the world. Nurses are all over the world. Okay, so just like to introduce myself, my name is Fred Sampang. I'm also a registered nurse by profession here in the Philippines and also in the United States. I'm the director for Visa Solutions Healthcare for the Philippines and Asia. And I would like to discuss first thing about Visa Solutions Healthcare. There's also one listening from Australia and from North Cotabato, from Pampanga. So hello everyone from Kuwait, watching from Kuwait. Hello. So we're all over the place. So I love this. So Visa Solutions Healthcare, we are a direct placement company based in the Woodlands, Texas. That's just outside Houston, Texas. Later, I will be discussing more about what is direct placement compared to the staffing model. So with Visa Solutions Healthcare, we recruit in 100 plus countries. We are not specific to the Philippines because we don't want to deplete the nursing resources here. We have 7 plus offices all over the world. Of course, one in the Philippines. We have in Africa. We have in Europe. We have in the Middle East. We have in Canada. We have in Mexico. And of course, the United States. Our goal is to help nurses achieve that American dream, right? Are you all, is the United States your dream destination? Can you put a heart sign if United States is your dream destination. Yes, yes. Let's claim it. Yes, heart. Okay. Yes. So I know for a fact that we Filipinos, our dream destination is the United States, and we all want that American dream. And we are here, Visa Solutions Healthcare, together with our partners, 9.0 and iPass Processing, we're here to make that happen. Okay? Okay. So before we do that, as what I have mentioned, here in the Philippines, there are strict regulations in terms of international recruitment. With Visa Solutions Healthcare, since we are a foreign placement company, we cannot do direct recruitment. That's why we partner with the best agencies. So far, we have three partner agencies. We have ABA Personal Services, we have IPAMS, and we have PNI International. All of which um, recruit nurses, source and recruit nurses for Visa Solutions Healthcare. And of course, it's not just recruitment agencies that we need in order to achieve that American dream. Of course, we have our global partners. We have, of course, iPass Processing for our NCLEX review preparations. We have 9.09 for our English language review preparations. And of course, British Council for IELTS and OET. Uh, and Irvin also mentioned, do you Metro Pacific Health? We can link you with Metro Pacific Health. They have 25 hospital networks or hospitals all over the Philippines. If you don't have that current bedside experience that we are going to look for. Also, our partner, ABA Personal Services, they are in partnership also with the Medical City, which has 5 hospitals all over the Philippines, which we can refer you as well if you need that local employment. So I think this is the meat of my presentation. So what is it, or what can I get when I apply with Visa Solutions Healthcare and live that American dream? First and foremost, we offer direct placement. From the word itself, we are not the employer. Our employers are the U.S. hospital facilities. Okay, so what does that mean? It means Visa Solutions Healthcare doesn't have a cut on your salary. Second, your salary is directly given by the US hospitals. It's not going through Visa Solutions Healthcare. Meaning also all the benefits that the hospital gives their local employees, there you are also going to get. Plus, you can also get promotions, trainings as well, because you are employed by the facility itself. Compared with the staffing model, your employer is what? Who? The staffing agency. And you are just deployed to their hospital partners, where we don't know. How long, we don't know. It's between the agreement between the hospital facility and your employer, which is the staffing company. And of course, they do have a cut on your salary. Okay, so that's the beauty of direct placement. Second, you can get excellent compensation and benefits. From what I have mentioned, okay, your salary is directly going to be given to you. Okay, and it's not going to pass through Visa Solutions Healthcare. Therefore, we don't have any cut on that. And we encourage also our hospital partners, okay, that they provide or give higher than the prevailing wage. So later I will discuss to you, actually now's the time to discuss about it. So in the United States, your salary, your hourly rate is affected by two things. Number one is the prevailing wage. So the prevailing wage means the average wage that a local nurse gets in a specific county, location, or state. Remember, each state location have different prevailing wages depending on the cost of living, the taxation in the state, and so on and so forth. The next one that affects is that the bedside experience. So the more bedside experience that you have, the higher your salary will be. Okay, so far so good. Okay, next, keeping families together. Because we provide EB3 or employment immigrant visa or green card visa, which is what is more popularly known, okay? It's not a working visa, okay? It means that you can bring your family or your valid dependents at the time of your deployment. So who are your valid dependents? It's your legal spouse and legal children below 21 years of age. With EB3 or employment-based immigrant visa, okay, it means that you are already a permanent resident at the time, or at the time that you are issued with this type of visa. So regardless if you have work or not, you can permanently stay in the US for 10 years and it's renewable. Also, after living in the US for 5 years, you are now eligible. To what do you call this? You're now eligible to apply for citizenship. Okay, so that's the beauty of the immigrant visa. Next, educational and training resources. Of course, in the United States, we require, or there are certain exams that you need to what do you call this, to pass, and that's the NCLEX, and that's the English language test. So with Visa Solutions Healthcare, we know that it's not easy. Number one, it's not easy. It's not cheap. Okay, so we provide assistance for that. So if, for example, you have applied already and you passed your NCLEX, kudos, and we encourage that. We will reimburse your NCLEX review fee and your what you call this, your NCLEX fee. So both. And at the same time, your English language test, we will reimburse your review and your test fee. But of course, if you haven't taken it yet, of course, we will be shouldering it, and we will now letting you review with our partner, iPass Processing, and with 9.09. And then, of course, immigration support, we will be doing that. It's not a walk in the park. This is a lot of documents, complicated documents. So we will be doing that for you. Okay, so also we will be filing the petition if you will be bringing your dependents as a whole. But of course, the fees for your dependents, you will need to shoulder. And then, of course, relocation and transition assistance. So we will be there to support you when you go, or when you get that visa already and ready to be deployed. First things first, you will do a lot of trainings while waiting for your visa. You have your cultural adaptation trainings, you have your clinical modules, so that you will be prepared when you go to the United States. And then, of course, we will be providing your OFW insurance, your one-way ticket airfare, and then we will also be preparing your 1 month's accommodation. We will be paying for the first month utilities as well. We will also be giving you 1,000 US dollars arrival bonus. We will also be helping you secure a loan for your car, because in the United States, you need to know how to drive. And we will also be establishing your social security number, your bank accounts, and so on and so forth, so that you will be ready, okay, to start living in the United States. So how do I qualify? So again, guys, take note of this, because this is a factor later for you to win the 500 GC. So number one is that you should be a registered nurse here in the country. So you have to have a valid PRC license, graduate of a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing degree, and then have at least 2 years of nursing experience, and you should have passed your NCLEX. Okay, so at the moment, we have various hospitals in various states. At the moment, we have um, hospitals in the states of Alaska, in the state of Washington, in the state of North Dakota, and in the state of Texas. We are currently expanding to more states, but at the moment, these are the active states that we have vacancies for. What are the specialties of these vacancies? Of course, here is the list: general medical surgical, telemetry. There's a lot of need for telemetry, surgical orthopedic, oncology, ICU, CVICU, ICU step down, high dependency, PCU, skilled nursing facility as well. Okay, so if you have those qualifications, okay, that I have mentioned, okay, I have placed here the email address of my colleague, Nino Columna, our partnerships manager. So the first three that have sent their CV, qualified CV, to Nino, okay, will win, okay, 500 peso GCash per person. Okay, so again, send your updated CV if you are qualified and you are fit with the vacancies that we have mentioned. Okay, send it now to the email of Mr. Nino Columna, and then we will be announcing the winners later. Make sure you include your mobile number or GCash number in that CV. Okay, so again, this is just to share with you that you might be Jasmine, who is already working at Hendrick Health in Texas, United States. So she's a Filipina, and she's already living the American dream. So who knows, 2 to 3 years from now, you will be like her. This is just to share with you the activities that we have conducted last year, 2024, when one of our US employers recruited, okay, more than 500 nurses, okay, here in the Philippines. So looking forward to doing this again this 2025, and looking forward to see you there if you haven't had any job offer yet with Visa Solutions Healthcare. So again, thank you very much for taking time to listen to my presentation. If you have further questions, please feel free to chat it here. We will answer later, and please do follow us in our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, we have in TikTok, and we also have in YouTube. Thank you very much, Irvin.
Thank you, Sir Fred. Guys, remember the generosity of Visa Solutions Healthcare. You don't have to worry about your NCLEX expenses and your English examination. We know for a fact that for some of you, you don't want to pursue the dream of going overseas, maybe because of the costs associated with the application. But Visa Solutions Healthcare is providing you with the means to pursue your American dream. All that we need to do is for you to become what? More, how do I put it? You have to be more responsible in gathering the documents, submitting the requirements on time, and so on. And as mentioned earlier, NCLEX always comes first before your English examination. So Visa Solutions Healthcare is going to provide you with the employer. And once you are qualified, you will be endorsed to our dear partner, iPass Processing, for the NCLEX review and NCLEX processing. Without further ado, I'll turn you over to Miss Rachel Olivar of iPass Processing. Hi, Miss Rach. Good evening.
Hi, Sir Irvin. Hi, Sir Fred. Good evening to everyone and to all our viewers and audience in Facebook. Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon. I totally agree with you, Sir Irvin, that Visa Solutions has been very generous to all their candidates because ever since we have been in partnership with the Visa Solution, there are so many nurses who have already made it on their examination through the assistance and through the sponsorship programs of Visa Solutions Healthcare. So that's what we really liked about this company because they are truly very caring to their candidates and even to the point of sponsoring like their travel expenses going to somewhere to take the examination. So you can see that they are really very compassionate with their nurses. And thank you so much for the partnership that Visa Solutions and also iPass was able to forge. Thank you so much for always inviting us as well, Sir Irvin. You have been very generous when it comes to sharing your knowledge to all our nurses out there who are really dreaming of becoming the next NCLEX passer or whatever their dreams are, maybe Australia, Canada, Ireland. So, guys, I'm going to share to you my presentation. So, I know that the topic about USA is one of the most exciting topics because this is one of the countries wherein you can really benefit so much if you are a nurse. We're talking about this based from our experience because we have a lot of clients, maybe coming from 9.09er or iPass. We have been assisting a lot of clients. And we know that when the nurse goes to the USA, the nurse really benefits so much out from the profession that they had. So what I want you to understand, guys, is you have to be able to think long term. So a lot of our audience here are coming from Singapore, coming from Kuwait, coming from Saudi Arabia, or a lot of you are here in the Philippines. So what I want you to understand is maybe you're going to face some challenges right now. but you have to be able to think, what's the best thing that I can provide for myself and for also for my family? What is that something that I can give to my children when it comes to education, when it comes to their life moving forward? So USA is one of the best options that you can choose from among the countries out there, because this is where you can really, we are so practical, guys. We have to be practical because everything is going up with inflation and everything. So we have to be practical with things. We have already spent a lot for our nursing, so we have to be able to think early on kung saan talaga kayo pupunta. So let's talk about the very exciting topic about the USA. Sir Fred mentioned to you earlier na kung pupunta ka sa USA, magkakaroon ka ng EB3 immigrant visa, which means to say that you can bring your family, you can bring your kids, magkakaroon ng magandang education yung mga anak mo, and you can even have a good career progression because you are not going, your career will not be stagnant once you are in the USA. Unlike other countries out there wherein hindi ka magkakaroon ng citizenship, no matter how long you will be staying in that country. So, sa totoo lang, real talk lang, USA talaga yung pinipili ng mga nurses natin dahil sa benefits na binibigay ng country na to. So, 9.09er is there to help you and assist you on your English language proficiency examination para hindi na natin poproblemahin paano ko ba maipapasa yung English examination ko na kailangan ng USA. And Visa Solutions is also there to help you because the moment that you are done with your NCLEX, now hindi mo na poproblemahin kung saan ba ako pupunta, sino ba ang maging employer ko na tutulong sa akin. Because in this journey, you're not going to do it all by yourself. Kailangan mo ng tulong ng agencies, might be processing agencies, recruitment agencies, review centers, para maging successful tayo sa goal natin. So kami sa IPAS, what we do is we can assist you for your NCLEX application because as what Sir Irvin mentioned earlier, ito talaga yung kailangan natin. So may I know coming from our audience, kung kayo po ba ay nakapasa na? I'm seeing one attendee here who's coming from Kenya, so I think I have to I have to use English. May I know coming from our audience, who among you here was already able to make it on their NCLEX and who already passed their NCLEX? So please write down your comment in the comment section if you have already made it, and shout out to everybody who already passed this challenging NCLEX. So if you have not done so, the first thing that you have to think about with our long-term goal is to first start with the first step. That will be your NCLEX. So we're going to process everything for your application from the time that you have to submit your application to IPAS until you will have your schedule for your examination. And during the time that we have already started your application as well, it's also that you have to think about where I'm going to have my comprehensive preparation so that it will not be difficult for me to pass this examination. As you know, just sharing to you that the national passing rate coming from the NCSBN is like 54 to 55 to 56%, which is we can be able to be included in that percentage so long as you have the right preparation. So we have to be able to make sure that we are investing for ourselves because this is your investment that's really the best for your future. So in IPAS, we provide the NCLEX processing and as well as the NCLEX review program. So the moment that you also sign up with Visa Solutions, it's where they can also endorse you to us. So you will have your review program, which is sponsored by Visa Solutions in IPAS for your comprehensive next generation NCLEX review program. A lot of our students who were sponsored by Visa Solutions were already able to make it And then they're not only Filipinos. There are other nationalities whom they are sponsoring. So a lot of them are also African students, and they were able to successfully make it on their examination because they are very diligent when it comes to their preparation as well. So the key for you to pass your NCLEX is that you have to be serious in your preparation. You have to make time for your examination and for your preparation. And you have to really that desire in your heart that you have to also inculcate in your mind that I'm going to be serious with my goal, because by 2026, now it's 2025, if you have done it in 2024, maybe you have already made it, and 2025 is already another goal. But if you haven't done it and we're going to start it in 2025, now is the best time that we're still on the first quarter, so that by the end of this quarter, you can proudly um, say in your Facebook wall or wherever it is in your social media that this year, this is the highlight of the achievements that I have achieved in my life, right? It's good to have that one, right? So with your journey for the NCLEX or for the USA application, you have to start with NCLEX application. We can do that in iPass. And then you can go to Visa Solutions so that you can be sponsored for your NCLEX review program through iPass as well. The moment that you are done with your NCLEX, the next agency or the next review center who's going to provide you assistance is the 9.09er, so that we can assist you on your visa screen application. So this is when you are already working with the Visa Solutions Healthcare. They're going to advise you that the next step moving forward after you're done with your NCLEX is your visa screen. We can also assist you on your visa screen application. And the moment that you have done the visa screen, then that's when we're going to do a license endorsement for your process. If you have already known which state you will have your license endorsement. Because the initial state, say for example, you applied through New York Board of Nursing or Montana Board of Nursing or Texas Board of Nursing, Illinois Board of Nursing, and this is not the state wherein you will be working as a nurse. So it means to say that we have to be able to do the license endorsement. Say you pass New York, and Visa Solutions will give you employment opportunity in Texas. So that means to say you don't have your license, and that's when we can assist you for your license endorsement. So there are also other services that we provide, such as if your license is already going to expire, then we can provide that. Score transfer is almost the same with license endorsement. If there is a board of nursing wherein this is really what you like, however, the process requires you to have the CGFNS qualifying exam before you can have your NCLEX, then we can also assist you for that. For the upgrade coming from a single state to a multi-state license, we can also provide you assistance. Most of the applicants are applying through this board of nursing because it's just easy for them to be approved for the application. However, in iPass processing, if you are interested with other boards of nursing apart from this 4 boards of nursing that you can see here on my screen, we can evaluate your documents, check on it, whether you are eligible for this or not. And then we are going to advise you as to what are the steps, what are the fees that will be required for us to be able to initiate the procedure. So among the recommended states that we are providing to our students, one of which is New York. So a lot of your friends, probably you have seen in social media that they are applying for New York. It's not because it's easy for them to pass the NCLEX through this board of nursing. That's a misconception that one board of nursing might be easier for an applicant to pass the NCLEX, because across all boards of nursing, the difficulty of your examination will just be the same. So we are or they are choosing this board of nursing because it's easy. The application will just be around probably approved within 3 to 4 months or for 5 to 6 months. And then it's a valid until they will be able to make it on their examination. Illinois is also a good choice, although the application processing time frame will vary. It's quite longer compared to to New York Board of Nursing. But the good thing about this is your credentials will already be evaluated by a credentialing agency, which means to say that after you are done with your NCLEX, you don't necessarily need to submit another documents again, such as your license and your transcript of records, because those documents were already evaluated by a credentialing agency. NMI can also be a good choice if you're interested with that. New Mexico is also a good choice. But my what I'm also saying is whatever board of nursing that you're interested, maybe you're interested with California Board of Nursing, or maybe you're interested with Tennessee or Montana. So whatever it is that you prefer, because maybe you have your relatives there already, and this is the state where you want to apply for your application on your initial NCLEX, so then we can be able to do that. We just need to evaluate your documents, whether you're eligible or not. And with regard to the processing time frame, this will actually vary because some of the boards of nursing will approve you for about like 3 months after they have already received all your documentation, or 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months. So it depends so which board of nursing that we are going to apply for your NCLEX. And I can say, honestly speaking, your NCLEX application can be a huge investment. That's why what I also wanted to emphasize is that you really have to be serious in this, because we're not just getting any money from anywhere, right? So every centavo, every peso counts on this investment. You have to think about application, and if you get the sponsorship of Visa Solutions on their on the review program, so that would really be good thing, because it means to say that you don't have to think about the finances that you have to invest for your review program. So with the application, it's not also one-time payment. It can be about also 45 or 50 to 55, depending on the service that we are going to provide to you, depending on the board of nursing, depending on the procedures that we are going to do for you on this application. So roughly about 50 to 55, or like 50 to 60. So it's not a one-time payment. It's a step-by-step procedure as well. So as what I've mentioned, you have to be very serious because this entails a lot of investment on your end. And what we want you to achieve is that the moment that you're going to have your examination on your first attempt, then you make it on your examination, because as per my experience, I wasn't able to achieve the NCLEX and pass it on my first try. I only had it on my second try. It's really like, oh, when I had my second examination, I was thinking, where can I get my finances? Where can I get money for my second, for this investment again? So the review centers such as IPAS On Review and Mentoring Academy will provide you full guidance on your review preparation. We have concepts and next generation NCLEX practice questions. And in 2024, we're able to produce 1,470 plus of NCLEX passers. And a lot of them were also scholars from Visa Solutions Healthcare. So shout out really to everybody who made it on their examination. They are now moving forward on their visa screen, and they are now being assisted by 9.09er on their English examination. What's the good thing about it is if you are also a client of IPAS processing, you get the discount for the review program. But as what Sir Irvin mentioned, you can also be sponsored by Visa Solutions Healthcare on your English language proficiency review program. So that's really a good news for you. So don't doubt anymore. Don't delay. take the chances, because take all these opportunities, because if you're not going to do it now, when are you going to become an NCLEX passer? If your goal is really to go to the USA, then we have to be able to start as soon as possible. Okay? So for your requirements, these are the requirements that we will be needing from you. You get in touch with us through IPAS processing so that we can provide you all the necessary details that you need to know for your application. So the application will include the credentialing. It will include application to the Board of Nursing, and then you will get your approval. The moment that you are already approved for the examination, then you're going to decide if it's the right time already to sit for your examination. We provide you as well a progress as to how are you doing when it comes to your review program. So for our online review program, if you are being also sponsored by Visa Solutions Healthcare, you get the same benefits as well in our review program. Our review program is also already accredited by Minnesota Board of Nursing. We were approved as one of the review providers that they have placed in their website that you can get our course. So that's also really, that means to say that we are providing really a credible review program for our students out there who use our program, because even the Minnesota Board of Nursing were able to recommend our comprehensive review program for NCLEX RM. So what we can offer for our review in the IPAS on Review and Mentoring Academy is unlimited next generation NCLEX review. The moment that you are going to have or you're going to enroll with us, you get these benefits that we have placed here. You have your concepts, you have your own platform, you can have your next generation NCLEX practice questions, you have your anxiety management classes. Most of our educators are US based. We also provide you supplementary book, the Roadmap to NCLEX. We have our booster classes and trending topics, in which we do a lot of enhancement classes for our students so that they can really benefit the most when it comes to their review preparation. So not only that we are providing classes, but we also have our own platform wherein you can answer next generation NCLEX practice questions. As what I've shared to you, a lot of our passers were able to make it on in 2024, and a lot of these NCLEX passers were sponsored by Visa Solutions Healthcare. So I think that's all for my presentation. I just want to share as well that IPAS on Review is already providing the PNLE review program. So if you have friends or relatives who are still aspiring to become an RN, we have already started our PNLE review program just today. And we are so grateful that we're able to provide this service to all aspiring nurses who want to become an RN here in the Philippines. So if you know somebody who's interested and is looking for the review program, what we can offer is, if you're going to enroll now, so they can have review program for the May 2025 and the November 2025 is already free. So it's also online. So whether they are here in the Philippines or outside of the country, they can be able to benefit the best education coming from our best educators as well. So we hired high caliber of experience PNLE educators because we want to make sure that we are providing the best for our students so that they will make it on their PNLE. So that will be all for me. If ever that you are interested of getting started on your NCLEX, you have to start now so that we can move forward with the processes that Visa Solutions will be needing for you after you pass your NCLEX. And we can also move forward with the assistance of 9.09er on your English language proficiency examination. So these are our social media platforms that you can contact so that we can get started on achieving your American dream. Thank you, Sir Irvin. Over to you.
Sound check. Okay, thank you so much, Miss Rachel. Very comprehensive discussion indeed. Now it's time for us to answer questions. Let's take a look at them one by one. So for the first few comments, our live viewers are indicating their location. Okay, so we have one here from Mian. I have a concern, ma'am. Is it okay to file an IELTS exam while out of the country po? Nasa Dubai po ako. So Dubai, good for you because Dubai has all English examinations, whether it's IELTS, PTE, OET, MET, TOEFL, or TOEIC. For sure, there is a testing center in Dubai. Unlike in other countries where certain examinations are not available because you are in the UAE, all English examinations are within your reach. Let's take a look at the others. Now that we have nurses from other countries, Sir Fred, what's the process if ever they would like to get visa, the services of Visa Solutions Healthcare if they're not from the Philippines?
Okay, if you are not from the Philippines, as I've mentioned, we have offices all over the world. We have in Africa, we have in Europe, we have in Middle East. You just have to either number one, go to our website www.visasolutionshealthcare.com. You can send your application through there, and it will, depending on where you are and what's your nationality, it will route to the right office, or you can also follow our general Facebook page, which is Visa Solutions Healthcare. So that's for all countries.
Perfect. And here's a comment from Miss Maurice. How about Texas? Oh, actually, the good thing is Visa Solutions Healthcare is based in Texas. That's why they have all sorts of partner hospitals in the entire state of Texas. Now, what else do we have here? For ER, sir, I already sent my CV, but my experience is ER.
Yeah, we will review it and then we will talk to you personally.
Q. Yeah, it's the same person who said that she already passed NCLEX September 2024. Congratulations po. Now that you have passed NCLEX, the last remaining hurdle, your English examination. Okay, Sheila Marie Mangalino need sponsorship here. So, Sir Fred, if ever they would like to maximize the offer of Visa Solutions Healthcare for free NCLEX and free English examination, what is their first step?
Okay, so again, you should really qualify your nursing experience. Have at least 2 years current bedside experience, especially on the specialties that I have mentioned. But my suggestion is that instead of just waiting for that, what you call this, 2 years to come while practicing, why not hit two birds with one stone, right? Review for your NCLEX. If possible, take your NCLEX while you are getting that experience, especially with the new generation, right, which is more practical, more what you call this, based on experience. So that will help you. Your experience practicing bedside will help you pass your NCLEX. And once you have passed it, you're an NCLEX passer, you have that experience already, you are more than qualified already, apply, and we will reimburse your review and your NCLEX.
Thank you. Now, Sir Fred, some of our applicants would like to visit the agency in person. Can they just go to IPAMS or ABA or PNI offices?
Yes, you are most free to visit our ABA offices. They have 5 branches all over the Philippines. We have IPAMS also in Quezon City. We have PNI in Ortigas. Just mention that you are interested for Visa Solutions Healthcare.
Thank you for that. What about IPAS, Miss Rachel? Can you please share your branches nationwide for our dear nurses to drop by?
If ever that you're interested to visit our branches physically, so we have Manila, Cebu, Baguio, and Davao. And you can go to our branch so that you can be able to talk to our customer care representatives. And if you want any clarifications or you want to submit your documents, feel free to visit us. We are open Monday until Friday, 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. And if you cannot be able to visit, you can also conveniently reach out to us through our social media platform. The easiest one will be our Facebook page. That's IPAS Processing.
Thank you, Miss Rachel. Guys, now that we're talking about English examinations, let me just give you some updates related to English exams. And let's begin with the IELTS. Now, this is not final, but historically, there's always a price increase for the IELTS examination fee on April 1. Why? American fiscal year starts in October. The Australian fiscal year starts in July. The British fiscal year starts in April. And guys, IELTS is a British product. It's owned by Cambridge University Press. Having said that, we are not yet sure, but if you would like to avail the current rates for the IELTS examination, please take your IELTS test on or before March 31 to avoid the impending increase. Again, nothing is official and nothing is final, but if we're going to base it on the recent years, chances are they are going to increase the fee by April. Now let's move on to PTE. So PTE, or the Pearson Test of English, has this free airfare promo until January 31. Now, what does this mean? It doesn't mean that everyone taking PTE will automatically get a free airfare. So this is some sort of a raffle. It started in September and it's going to end next week, actually, January 31. You have until January 31 to take your PTE exam in the Philippines. And after that, you need to register using the link that we're going to send you if you're going to message 9 Points Here, Niner English on Facebook. If you don't register using that link, you won't qualify for the raffle. Every month, they are going to choose 8 winners. So for January 1 to January 31 examinees, they are going to announce the winner after February 15. And what if you are chosen as a lucky winner? Not just the free airfare worth 25,000 pesos, you can possibly get an additional bonus of 100 Great British Pounds. In fact, our reviewee, Miss Alvi Onita, won recently. So she got the discounted PTE exam fee with the help of 9.09er and free airfare plus bonus of 100 Great British Pounds. Now let's move on to OET. Yes, OET might be the most expensive English examination at 587 Australian dollars, but wait, hopefully you can wait a little longer because we're just waiting for a final announcement from OET if ever they are going to release another discount on the actual examination fee. For MET, or the Michigan English Test and Examination that I passed processing and 9.09er English brought to the Philippines last year, we are celebrating our first year anniversary this February. So wait for our big reveal if we're going to have a face-to-face event or an online event. But for sure, we would like to thank all the nurses who trusted us in the last 12 months. As Sir Fred mentioned during the start of MET, it is difficult to promote something new. And that's applicable in all aspects of life. But we're so happy with the turnout of our MET passers, and we hope to double that in the next 12 months. So far, those are the updates coming from the English side. Sir Fred, last few words to our dear live viewers and subscribers.
Ready to hear the winners. We have the 3 winners already. Thank you very much for sending your CVs. And they're all qualified. They're all NCLEX passers. Amazing. So we have the 3 winners now. Thank you, Nino, for giving me the names. So the first one is Miss Dana May Halog. Second is I think this is Mr. J. Delphine. And the last is Mary Shanette Taposok. So congratulations to the 3 winners. I hope you put your GCash number or your mobile number in your CV so that Nino can send the 500 peso GC sa inyo. Okay, again, I keep on saying this, start now. Okay, do not delay. New year, new life, let's achieve it. Take your NCLEX, and then once you have passed it already, let's start your American dream, because it's a lengthy process, I know, but once you get there, you will definitely reap the fruits of your labor. Again, USA is the highest paying highest paying employer for nurses all over the world. So if you do get it, you will really, really reap the fruits of your labor. Thank you again, 9.09er and iPass Processing for always inviting Visa Solutions Healthcare.
Thank you, Sir Fred. Guys, this is the reason why you should always join 9.09er Facebook live sessions and free webinars. Apart from the reliable information that you are getting, we are also giving prizes. Like for tonight, 3 of our lucky attendees were able to bring something home. Umattend lang ng webinar, nagkapera pa, di ba? And what about Miss Rachel? Last words or last message to our live viewers and attendees for tonight.
The first name that you mentioned, Sir Fred, is I think sounds familiar. I think she was one of my friends, Dana Halog. Congratulations, Dana. To all our nurses out there, I'd like to announce as well that there will be an upcoming promo that will be provided to you by iPass Processing. So please get in touch with us, send us a message, communicate with us now so that you will be able to know our upcoming promo this January. So it will be happening by the last week of January. So please reach out to us as soon as possible so that you can already gather your documents and we can be able to get started on your application. We're very excited for the bright future that you will have and that future that you will also give to your family. So please start now, as what Sir Fred mentioned. Don't delay because USA is waiting for you. Thank you, Sir Irvin.
Thank you, Miss Rachel. So guys, 3 down. We're done with Australia, Canada, and United States of America. We have 3 more destinations to talk about. So don't forget, every Wednesday night, that's Wednesday webinars with Sir Irvin. Next week, the United Kingdom. The week after that, New Zealand. And the following week, that's when we are going to talk about Ireland. So thank you once again for your time. If you found the content helpful, please pay it forward by sharing this Facebook Live session on your wall so that your friends who might be looking for free NCLEX and free English examination will also benefit from the absolute generosity of Visa Solutions Healthcare. On behalf of Sir Fred of Visa Solutions Healthcare and Miss Rachel Olivar of iPass Processing, thank you everyone, and we'll see you in our next Facebook Live session. Bye. Thank you.